Litigation is the traditional way in which people resolve their divorce and custody matters when they can't reach an agreement on their own. I do not think that that is the best process for families that are facing those life-changing scenarios. There are other options out there, and we do offer those to clients. We have collaborative law, mediation, and we assist clients going through arbitration. These processes allow people to have more control over the outcomes of their cases. For an example, one of the best scenarios I ever heard was a judge commending people for resolving their custody matter in mediation, because he said, you probably wouldn't let me babysit your child, but yet you were about to let me make a decision on all these huge custody matters involving your child. We are happy to be able to offer a collaborative divorce process option to families, and it does deal with all of the divorce-related issues, including custody, property division, and sharing of income. Collaborative process involves interest-based negotiation, and both spouses in a collaborative divorce must have a collaboratively trained attorney. In addition to that, beyond the basic collaborative training, it is so very important to keep working on the skill set. That includes mediation training, non-defensive communication techniques, and ongoing education on the law itself.
So mediation is an out-of-court process that the parties can decide to use to assist in coming to resolution. Mediation can be used in a divorce sense when you're dividing up assets and debts. Mediation can be used in a support sense where you're dividing up income that the parties receive. Mediation can also be used in a child custody sense, whether it be grandparents, whether it be parents. You can use mediation to resolve almost every aspect of a family-law case. When you're going through mediation, you're using a mediator. It's a neutral third party that assists the parties involved in the family law issue to reach an agreement themselves.
People sometimes have a misconception about what mediation involves, and oftentimes think that the mediator will make decisions for them. But that is not what occurs. That's what happens when you proceed through litigation and a judge makes a decision for you. In mediation, the third party assists in the dialogue and the conversation and the identification of issues so that resolution on those issues can be reached. At our firm, we can serve in the role of mediator directly, and we oftentimes also assist clients as the attorney representing one spouse in a mediation process. I do feel it's very important that people going through mediation consult with an attorney before they begin that process, as those who do not often take 2 steps backwards. When they consult an attorney after the mediation has progressed, sometimes the mediation takes a step or 2 backwards. So to have it to be the most efficient process as possible, you should consult with an attorney before you begin that mediation process.
What's great about arbitration is it's not in the courthouse, so you're not getting in line with thousands of other cases that are trying to get their case done. What arbitration is that the parties agree to use a neutral professional, and typically what an arbitrator will do will help the do a mediation first type process where they'll help the parties try to reach an agreement on their own. But if they can't, what an arbitrator will do is an arbitrator will make a decision, will enter a final binding decision that will provide outcome for the parties. What's good about that is at the end of an arbitration, if the parties don't reach an agreement, they have a resolution. One of the things that's important in litigation that we focus on is preparation. Really often the outcome of a case is determined before you even get in the courtroom, because the level of preparation for your case and how you prepare really makes all the difference when you finally do get into the courtroom setting.
One of the most important decisions that people need to make once the decision to divorce is made is how they're going to go through it. And I think that can have a bigger impact on children than the fact that parents are divorcing itself. The way they choose to treat each other during this process will have a large impact on their children, not just through the age of 18, but beyond, because there are high school graduations, grandchildren, weddings, etc. And parties would be well served to give serious thought to how they choose to go through this.